What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Foley garden. Actually, we're inside the Foley kitchen, and today we're going to be making pickles. So it's hot. We're back inside after watering. You ready to do this? Okay. So what we've done so far is we've gone ahead and washed all our pickles up. Let's go ahead and go over the ingredients, what we're doing today. So I've kind of watched a lot of videos on pickles, and I've tried to put together the easiest that I found, and just stuff that's generally in my house. I really don't have to go and buy a bunch of stuff to do this. So with that being said, let's go over that ingredient list. All right, so today what we're making this out of is we have water, distilled vinegar, kosher salt. We're gonna have some dill. I have dried dill. We're gonna give that a shot. We have pickling spice, and then we have garlic. I have already minced garlic. I don't know if it'll work or not. We're gonna give it a shot. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the water and the vinegar into a pan with the salt and some sugar. And then we're gonna go ahead and heat that up and let it all melt down and then cool to room temperature. And then from there we'll add our pickling spice, our dill, and our garlic to the jars for the pickles. All right, let's get started with adding this stuff to the pot. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our vinegar, our water. Woo! Don't make a mess. I'm going to take a tablespoon, or 2 tablespoons actually, of sugar. So I had a quart each of water and vinegar. I'm doing 2 tablespoons each of sugar and salt. You can use pickling salt. You can use, they say don't use sea salt because of the minerals, but other people are using pink Himalayan salt and stuff like that. So I'm just using regular kosher salt. So we'll get that heated up and stirred in. All right, and then we'll go ahead and have to let it cool, but while it's cooling, that's when we'll go ahead and cut up our cucumbers. All right, we've got this thing started. So get your jars all washed up. See, now's the time while it's heating up. Go ahead and get your jars all washed and ready to go. You could be doing your cucumbers if you hadn't already washed them already. But yeah, just get it all dissolved. I saw in one video somebody had taken the vinegar and heated just the vinegar, the salt, the sugar, and the salt, and then added cold water once it was dissolved to the pan so that it would cool the mixture faster. This stuff right here is melting pretty fast. I'm not even going to have to really bring it up to a heat that much. If you wanted to, you could actually put your pickling spice or whatever you were putting in there, coriander, dill seed, you could put it in here and bring up the temperature and try to get some of the oils and boil it down a little bit, like kind of like a tea. But then you would have to try to get some of each into the jars, so you'd have to maybe use a spoon or a ladle. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and just add it to the jar and then go from there. Alrighty? Alright, I'll keep stirring. We'll get this all melted down, dissolved, and then we'll come back. Alright, what I'm going to be doing is taking these cucumbers and taking the ends off. One of the videos I watched said that if you don't take the ends off, the cucumbers can become bitter. So we'll do that. Here's a great big giant one. So I'm going to do spears. So nice. Look at that nice looking cucumber. So this one's so small, I'm actually going to cut it, or so large, I'm going to cut it into smaller spears. And then on the other ones, watch your fingertips. I'll be able to go ahead and cut them just in quarters. All right, here we go. All right, so we got our cucumbers cut up, and we can start putting our jars together. Our brine has cooled, and so what I have is just 2 mason jars. We usually use these for smoothies, but I'm gonna try to use them for pickles. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of garlic and put it in the bottom of our jar. You guys can see that, just a little bit. Okay, and then what I'm going to use is 2 tablespoons of dill. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 1 tablespoon and split it between the 2 jars, and then do it again once I get the pickles on top. There we go. Same with the pickling spice. Use a tablespoon. I'm going to split it between the 2 jars. Okay, now I'm going to arrange my pickles. Take my jar. Well, they're not pickles yet, cucumbers. Take my jar kind of sideways. Put them in there. Get all these in there. I'm going to do this for both jars. I left some a little bit bigger than others, and then I did some small slices just to see if the flavor would, if it would go all the way through or what would happen. Here's a big one. Let me see if I can find a real small one. Yeah, here's a nice small one I can wedge in that spot. All right. So there's 1 jar done. Now on to the next, right? So kind of moving stuff around. See if I can't get all these in here. Get them stacked in. All right. Might need to cut up 1 or 2 more cucumbers. Maybe not. I might have got this just right. That's what it looks like. Oh boy. All right. Get them all the way down there as far as I can. Some of the longer, bigger ones stick up a little bit more. So I want to make sure that they're below the line. See, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill the juice up, or the brine up to here. So I want the pickles to be here. I want to make sure that they're all down as far as I can get them. So now what I'm going to do again is I'm going to take my pickling spice and again divide it on top. Just to make sure, in case these guys don't want to float around, and marinate. Same with the dill. I'm going to go ahead and half that. I'm just going to leave the amount of garlic we have in there. So now I'll go ahead and get our brine. Cap these before I knock them all over, because you know how I am. I'll put our brine into a pourable container. I'm going to cover. Now if you want a little bit of heat, go ahead and add some crushed pepper flake. And it'll give your pickles a little heat. So alright, we'll go ahead and give these a cap. I'm doing just hand tight. Let's see. Let's go ahead and give this a little taste. Cucumber, grown right here in the Foley garden. Oh, that's awesome. It's beautiful. So I did notice that the bigger cucumbers that I let get bigger have bigger seeds in them. The smaller cucumbers, smaller seeds, so I don't know if that's going to affect anything. We'll go ahead and let these sit for a week, and then we'll come back and finish up this video and see how they taste. 1 week. All right, everybody. It's been a week. We made our pickles, we put them in their brine, and we sat them in the fridge. Now, we took these beautiful cucumbers. Funny story, since we're talking about cucumbers and making pickles, someone went to Epcot, got on the Living with the Land ride, jumped off the ride to grab a cucumber that was hanging there, not even like a special Mickey cucumber, it was just growing in the hydroponics, and then fell in the water. I don't know. You can go to your local grocery store. If you can't, try to grow them at home. It's not too difficult. All right, so here we go. Today is June 25th. These guys have been sitting for a little bit better than a week. So let's go ahead and see. What we got going here. So this is the jar. Remember, we put them in the jars. There's all the dill and spices floating around. So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and pick one out of this jar, put everything down. All right, they look good. Looks really nice. Still a little firm. Smells good. Here we go. Wow, these are really good. We did use the pickling spice, so I can taste some of the clove and other spices. Next time we'll maybe just go with the dill, garlic, and maybe coriander, because it's almost got like a Christmassy type weird, but they're really good. I guess we'll be having these 4th of July. Let them sit for another week, and if I don't eat them all first. All right, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know if you make any pickles and how they come out. All right, till next time. Y'all have a great day.